Well, there's the best band in Britain, in my opinion.
Big words.
The Darkness, Growing on Me, on XFM 104.9 on Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant, and Carl Pilkington.
Have you got the album?
And already, they've had an argument.
Yes. Well, I mean, I don't know whether we need to cheapen the show by discussing it, but I asked for a particular track. Carl is the producer, and he failed to get it for me. He's failed to bring it up from the record library. Completely failed in his mission. He needed to get 2 records, and he failed to get one of them. A 50% error rate there.
Yeah, but like I said, I looked in the system, it told me what album it's on, I brought that album up. I'm busy.
But, okay, so fine, you're absolutely fine then, that's no problem. You know, once again, that's a great excuse, Carl, brilliant. The show has been ruined, it's been partially ruined, but you've got a bit of an excuse.
Alright, I didn't make a big deal out of it when you said, oh, and whilst you're down there, get us a new 50 Cent single.
I never said, while you're down there, get the new 50 Cent single. I asked you if 50 Cent single was lying around.
Yeah.
If it hadn't been here, I wouldn't have worried.
So I get it, yeah, I did that for you.
Right.
And when I come up, you say, has it got swearing in it? Well,
What?
I don't know, it's 5 to 1, Steve.
You're the
I haven't got time, I've been
producer!
whizzing
You're the
around.
producer! It's the brand new single! I'd have thought it had been lying around in the XFM office anyway!
But I don't have time to sit around listening to music.
Sure, well, yeah.
Right? I know that you have, now you've got an iPod that can hold 7,500 songs. I don't know when you're going to get round to loading all them on, but I haven't got the time.
Sure.
Busy.
Yeah. Fine, okay, no, that's a perfect excuse, Carl. Well done, mate.
Right.
I just hope that I never have to depend on you in a real emergency.
I had a bit of bad luck as well. I wanted to play REM, and maybe the listener can help me here. Can you email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk if you know what song I'm thinking of? It's an REM song. I think it's on the album of the last one before. And he says Mulholland Drive and I'm Steve McQueen. That's all I know. I'm sorry, I can't think of the title, so I need the title to look it up, if you know what I mean. I can't put in like that. I can't put in Mulholland Drive. The system goes, what are you talking about? So I need the actual title of the song to look it up to find it down in the library.
Oh, well, I'd go down yourself if you're going to go down to the library and get that. I wouldn't send Carl, because...
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
But if he wanted to, he did have time, because he came in at 12 rather than 5 to 1.
Yeah. No, I told you about that record that I wanted it yesterday, didn't I? So you've had 24 hours notice. So that's not really an excuse, is it?
But I did find one of my favourite songs of all time, which is Bones off the Benz album, and it is Radiohead on XFM 104.9.
And here it is, because you gave me lots of time
Yeah!
to find it. So
Sure.
Yeah.
Could have brought it in himself.
no swearing in it.
Bones. Radiohead. The Bends on XFM 104.9. And thanks to Paul, who's
Actually,
emailed
there's
in.
a whole bunch of other people.
Oh,
There's
lots
Nick,
of people.
we've got Davey,
Well,
Steve, Ashley...
It's Electrolyte. You know, it all comes flooding back now. We've got that. I've got it out of the library. We're going to play that. That's done. It's interactive. I've used the listener. I've shown the listener, right? I've helped them to help themselves.
Sure.
I've said, if you want to hear it, tell me what it is. They told me what it is. They're going to hear it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Perfect.
Saves going down the library and, well, we don't...
Yeah, well, we know mistakes can happen if that, you know, if you have to go down the line.
Yeah, and I mean, I checked it, though, to make sure it was the right one, you see. It's just a little bit of...
Well, it's a good rule that, generally, if you pick something up, a CD,
That's
you know,
right,
you want to
yeah.
play on a radio
Sort
show, a
it out
live radio show,
yourself.
you normally check at the back. Oh, no, yeah, that's right, yeah, if you want a job done, do it yourself. You're absolutely right, Carl.
Yeah, so... here we
But
are
anyway,
then.
look, let's all make friends, let's kiss and make up.
Yeah, touch and make up.
Yeah.
Let's,
And let's just...
well, I'm up on Carl at the moment because it was my birthday in the week, and not only has he bought me a little vibrating thing to put on the chair, because I
Right.
got about that, so that vibrates, that.
Actually, we can hear it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do it between records now.
Right, and
little
what's that
vibrator.
doing to you as you
It's
do
just,
that?
it sort of like sends a little pulse into your sort of muscles, relax you, doesn't it? I've got to relax on air. If I'm relaxed, the listeners relax, we're all happy.
Sure.
He's also got me this little electronic bongos, and I thought we could do like... Oh! Chimpanzee that! Monkey news! So it's like a jungle sort of thing.
Sure, yeah. Brilliant. Well, that's always been one of the great
so-
jingles that even has
So
that.
I've got the vibrating... Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey news!
Dr. Fox, if you're listening, I think you'll know that's a clear improvement in this show.
So thank you for those.
It's alright.
Honestly.
What did you get him?
What did I get him? I couldn't get him anything, I was too busy buying myself an iPod.
Are you joking?
Well, it's a little bit gay, isn't it, giving gifts to blokes?
Yeah, it is, but for someone who's like major...
Yeah.
Play a record!
Someone who's major? What do you mean, someone who's major? What, because he's a major celebrity?
No, made you.
Oh, made you?
Yeah.
Right.
That's what.
Yeah.
Crazy beat. Blur. Alright? On XFM 104.9.
Brilliant.
Yeah, so, I also got, Jane got me a few nice presents, including my favourite of all of them, a real bow and arrow.
A real bow and arrow?
Yeah.
Right. And what, you know, you're gonna rob from the rich, and give to the poor?
Yeah! I just got to make the little outfit.
You and your merry men.
She's got me like 2 yards of green felt.
Sure, yeah,
And
yeah.
I've just got to find
And
a
a tree
tailor.
house.
Someone who can make me a lovely little natty outfit.
Yeah. Why has she bought you a bow and arrow? You live in central London, so where are you going to be using
We've got a
this?
garden, I did it yesterday. I've hurt my
Right.
finger though, because I meant to put protector, so it's just, it goes so fast, isn't it?
Sorry, I didn't understand that sentence. I'm here in the studio. I
getting
saw you
excited.
point to your finger, so I'm guessing from that maybe you injured your finger.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
For the listener, again, what exactly were you talking
wh-
about then?
No, because when you put it back, it...
Okay.
So...
And do you have a target? What do you use as a
I
target?
got a big cardboard box flat on it, down the tree.
Right.
It go, oh, it's brilliant.
Sure.
I'm getting a bit excited thinking about
Yeah,
it.
no, indeed.
Because when I make that outfit, I'm going to be running round.
Yeah.
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 So,
and do you have a picture, like a face maybe on your target, like Osama bin Laden, something
yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
Sure.
No, it just says this way up, fragile.
Right. Okay.
I forget what came in it. But, you know, it's good fun, isn't it, Carl? Bow and arrow, isn't it?
Brilliant.
Yeah? Would you like a little bow and arrow?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Well, I had a rifle as a kid.
Did you?
Yeah,
A real one?
yeah, just shooting cans and stuff.
Yeah.
It's alright. So,
Well, a wonderful anecdote.
Well, I went out with a drink with Carl in the week, and we went to a restaurant, didn't we, Carl?
it's a good night.
And we sat there, and next to me, when Carl came, next to me was what's his name? Ross Kemp. And he was sitting there, and I saw Carl, and I tapped him on the shoulder, Ross Kemp, and I pointed to Carl and him, and I said, "It's nice to see you two back together again."
Nice.
And Carl was horrified. But Carl didn't know that I'd already spoken to him before Carl arrived.
Yeah,
so I thought it was okay. I thought I could break the ice because I'd met him before.
Sure.
So he just thought I was insulting him. And in the week we were talking about his little head, weren't we, Carl? And Carl suddenly stopped the conversation and said, "If I had hair, what would we be talking about now?" I think he'd had enough of everyone talking about it. And he looked good though. It's a special little do. He had it sort of, you know, cropped a little bit more. I like it when he's just freshly had it done.
Mm.
Do you like? Yeah.
Has that ever happened to you, Steve? If you're somewhere, say if you sat somewhere, does someone sort of, you know, is he anyone else who you look like, or would you say you're a bit of a one-off?
I love these two.
But to be fair,
It's alright.
to be fair, he seems to be having a go at me an awful lot more than I do at him now. I mean, he just starts it. You know, starts it out of nowhere.
I think his is sort of a get back for the way you treat him as a producer, not, you know.
But he's not a producer. If he produced the show, I wouldn't have a reason to criticise. But
I think this is it.
But seriously, I mean, it really winds me up now because, you know, it started as a joke, but now it's abuse.
Yeah. He got annoyed at Heat because it said Carl's producer, well, not so much a producer as just a bald mank. And he
Yeah.
went, "Can they say that?
Yeah.
Can they say that?"
See, that's a magazine, an independent publication has identified what exactly it is you do.
Yeah.
There we go then, go on, bring it on, because here we go, he's looking at me, I know he's thinking, I can hear the cogs
I'm not
working.
thinking anything.
It's
No,
vicious.
that is true. Never a true word. Play a record.
Now then, I heard this on VH1 in the week, and I have not been able to get it out of my head, and I really kind of want to, I want to get it in everyone else's mind now so they understand the pain I've been going through. Miss You by the Rolling Stones.
Yeah.
I hope that's now embedded in your brain and you can ruin a week by having to sing that constantly, irritating people in shops and everywhere you go. Miss You by the Rolling Stones.
Good track. Good track. Carl, Jonathan, Ross came out of this, last week, and, we were talking about stuff, and Carl was mesmerised when Jonathan told a story that he was bored once in a hotel room and shaved his arse.
He shaved his arse?
Yeah.
Sure.
And Carl, you didn't stop questioning him, did you, for about...
I just wondered, at what point do you sort of say, "Oh, this is getting on my nerves"? Do You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's way too long. He took it in his socks or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not. I mean, it is boring in hotel rooms because I told you before about when I was in Edinburgh and had nothing to do. There was nothing on the telly, and you sort of you've eaten the shortbread biscuits. And that.
Yeah.
And so that's when I read the phone book to see how many.
That's when you read the phone book.
Well, to see how many Macs were in Scotland, McAtee, Macintosh,
Yeah.
and it was like 42 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan, I don't know if he'd already done that.
Yeah.
And he said he shaved his arse.
Now, when we say shaved his arse, so
Not his cheeks, his
Oh, all of it.
yeah, all of it.
Did he say that?
Well, I think that's
but other than the cheeks,
But then,
there's
then
not much left. Is
But
there?
then we got to the fact that me and Jonathan, if we pooled our wealth, we could have shaved Carl's arse for £1,000.
Right.
And he said, yeah, for £1,000 you can shave my arse. Suzanne said, can I say this bit?
Your girlfriend said what, Carl?
She was annoyed. She said, well, I'm not allowed to go there. Why is anyone else? And of course the whole table stopped and leant in and said, what? She went, he doesn't like me touching him there. I went, what do you mean?
This is too much information.
It was too much information.
I like the fact that you've had this conversation with her. I like the idea that she touched your arse once and you went, whoa, hands off.
Yeah.
I love you, but keep your hands away from the arse.
Do you know why he said he's talking about the most intimate part of the arse, the middle arse he's talking about, and he said, I said, why? He went, it's a bit gay, innit? I said, how can a girl touching it be a bit gay?
If you stood behind you, it could be anyone, couldn't it?
Oh God! And it seemed, I mean, you can imagine the conversations we were having, right? And it's that thing that the waitress heard something every time she came over. She heard the word, like, cock or...
Jonathan Ross saying I shaved my arse.
yeah. And, oh dear. But it was, it was a good night, wasn't it? So, it's the £1,000 now, isn't it? But presumably you give Suzanne half anyway, so everyone will be happy. You've used the arse to best effect. She's got half out of it, so she's made as much out of your arse as you have, in a sense. Me and Jonathan are happy.
Yeah, but to be fair, it's his arse on the line. So...
I know, but I mean, it's not like she's getting a bum deal.
Well,
she's getting 500,
Yeah.
quid.
No, I understand that.
But, do you reckon?
Just thinking some more.
Play a record!
Can I just ask, before you play a record, if we were to shave your arse, let's say we did it for charity or something, got sponsorship, how would we do it? Would we use one of those big kind of old-fashioned razors?
No, I'd use a Bic Safety. I'd just straight away...
And would you use a gel or a foam?
No, I first of all, yeah, I think I just, lather it up. Right,
So you'd lather up his arse first?
I do the outside bits, just go straight down, big broad strokes, clean, right? Then I'd have to go in the crevices, and I'd need an assistant. I'd pop it apart, and just very gently go in there. I might even use electronic equipment, just so there was no sort of, like, nicks.
Okay.
So
an electric razor?
Or, I might wax the internal middle arse.
How did Jonathan do it? Because he did it on his own, didn't he?
I just use mirrors. Why don't I'll ask him, we'll call him later. But, I don't know.
Well, perhaps you listening have once shaved your arse, maybe during an exam or something.
What I think, and this is conjecture, but I think he was probably there, he'd had a shower, he's shaved his face, right, and thought, well, he was naked, looks down and goes, oh, what a hairy arse. Well, hold on, I've got the razor in this hand, I've got the mirror there, I'm not on stage for a good 10 minutes.
Yeah.
There's one thing I don't like going on stage with, is a hairy arse. Bang, drink, wallop, done. On stage, thanks, see you later. See you next week. Yeah? What are you thinking, Cole?
No, it's just how hairy was it? Do you know what I mean? How hairy was it? Because I imagine, you're saying mirrors and stuff.
Yeah.
But how old is he now? He's
42.
40 odd. And they say your testicles drop quite a bit once you start getting old, don't they?
Yeah.
So he's got to make sure they're out of the way. Tuck them
Yeah,
to one
but
side.
I don't think, I can speak for myself, as a similar age to Jonathan, that, if there's millimetres in it, it's not like we tuck them in our socks in the morning. Okay. They're still in the same place. You really wouldn't know the difference. It wouldn't, if we filmed it in, time-lapse camera, it wouldn't be like a bungee jump. Do you know what I mean? They wouldn't be moving a lot.
Yeah.
Alright?
Do you think I told him he's a good-looking fella, Steve. Would you agree with that?
I told Jonathan that he said that he just went for it as well.
Yeah. So you've spent a lot of time picturing Jonathan's
Arse.
naked arse.
You,
and you find him an attractive man.
you'd let him give you money for arse touchery.
Yeah, whereas your girlfriend's got
No
access
chance,
to it.
and you're saying he's a good-looking man. Do you want to play a record and think about what you've done?
Interesting.
All like energetic people, they all sparkle as they're walking down the street. Can't see their faces.
50 Cent, 21 Questions, new single from him.
Well, me and Carl got a joint favourite lyric now. I love you like a fat kid loves cake.
Yeah.
That's great, isn't it?
Brilliant.
I mean, I like it because it's funny and humorous and cheeky. You like it because it means something, don't you? You think that that's the absolute truth. If someone was to say that to you, that would be the most romantic thing they could say in it, because it's...
No, I'm just thinking you know what it means. It's like the Elephant Man, right? The Elephant Man, that's what it's called. Again, you know what you're going to get. The fat kid loves cake. You've said it all, you don't have to say any more.
I can't believe it. I'll tell you what made his day the other day.
I love it.
Jonathan Ross said The Elephant Man is one of the best films ever made.
Yeah. Endorsed by a celebrity.
I know. Well, by a film buff, really.
It is good though, isn't it?
It is a very good film, yeah.
We have got Cheeky Freak of the Week coming up.
Right.
There's been
It's on
a
the subject of
lot
freak.
of stuff going on this week.
In the freak world.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, there's loads. I mean, stuff that we can... The one that hasn't made it,
God, this is what it hasn't made it, so we'll judge it on that. Go on.
there's a woman, right? Do you know how, I mean, in a way I thought Elephant Man, it was a bit tight because, you know, they sort of took him on a freak show, did a bit of a road show with him and stuff.
Yeah.
There's some woman, I think she's in India, like now, who, makes a lot of money because she's got 3 legs and like 7 toes stuff, and she was saying people pay quite a lot of money.
Not
I mean,
Squiddy Patel.
it's not that much money like compared to here, but over there it's
Yeah.
like loads of money.
Sure.
And all you do is you go around to her house and you pay this lot of money, and people just go, oh, look at that.
Extra leg.
The leg.
Right.
It's quite a lot of money in that.
So she hasn't even got to go out on the road anymore, like in the old days.
No,
People
that's,
come
what,
to
that's
her.
what annoyed me. It's like, well, you could get to them faster. You go and see them if they're paying the money.
Sure.
Oh.
But yeah, there's...
What she could do is go in and buy a pair of shoes, right, and then nick one on the way out, because they only put one out, don't they?
Good idea.
So she could get, you know, 2, 3 for the price of 2.
Just one of the many perks of having
Just
3
one
legs.
of the benefits of having 3 legs. The other one is, I mean, keepy uppy. But she'd be good at that,
She
wouldn't
do
she?
that. She just stays at home, puts her feet up.
But anyway, that's not even Cheeky Freak of the Week.
Cheeky
That's-
Freak, that's coming up later.
Coming up later.
Oh, brilliant.
Now, Rockbusters, dead in the water, isn't it? We've killed that off, have we officially?
We killed off Monkey News and Rockbusters.
Didn't I tell you that there was some sort of petition for Monkey News?
Was there? What was the
Caused
story?
a lot of loads of emails and that.
You mean
saying-
you've done Monkey News? You mean you want to do Monkey News?
No, but seriously, there's uproar, and people were like, "You can't get rid of Monkey News.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that."
Who sort of what?
Loads of people.
Was it monkeys? Trying to write the complete works of Shakespeare?
Did Tony Blair get a whiff of it, and he's coming
So
down
we're
like a
doing
ton of
Monkey
bricks?
News. And Rockbusters, Steve, if you've got a better competition, then we'll do yours. That's fine. Do you know what I mean? If that's what you want to do, we'll do. What did you want to do?
No, I was just wondering whether we should perhaps not do a quiz at all rather than do that piece of rubbish. Might be better to have nothing. Might be better just to have silence during that part of the show than have Rockbusters. I don't know.
If
We
I
should
give you
discuss it off
if I
air.
give you the clues and that, and if you think they sound rubbish, we're not doing it.
Well, I know that. I guarantee they're going to sound rubbish. Alright, let's make it the last Rockbusters then. This is the last Rockbusters.
Well, it depends. This is okay. This is just, if it's good, you get a reprieve. It's all about this. Okay.
Okay.
Go on then. Let's do Rockbusters then.
Oh, we're doing it now.
Should we play a record and do it after that?
Do it after. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the prizes and then we'll come back with the clues.
Because I've dug up that REM track,
Excellent.
so it's an interactive show.
Okay, we've got the best summer holiday album ever. What we got on there? It's
Brilliant.
got Elvis versus Junkie XL. That's
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah.
Holly Valance is on there.
Yeah.
Laz Ketchup. It's all the stuff that the XFM listener is
hear-
craving. A tribute to the Ramones album. We got Red Hot Chili Peppers are on there. Metallica. Street Legal from Bob Dylan. That's nice.
Brilliant.
Did you just buy that in the 4 for £20 from HMV deal? Fair enough. Once
That's a
again,
good album.
The Talons of Weng Chiang, a Doctor Who classic.
Yeah.
And there's something for the XFM listener. 8 Mile on DVD.
I
as
thought
well.
that was nice. That film. The last bit was funny. It was. It's a good film.
Some good rap-offs in that as well.
Yeah.
So let's play a tune and then we'll come back with the Rockbusters clues.
REM. Go on. Give it to him.
Your eyes
REM, Electrolyte, on XFM 104.9. Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, Carl Pilkington. I walk down Oxford Street every day to go to the office, and it is like running the gauntlet in Gladiator. It's not only is it just like, you know, you have to dodge people and they're dawdling or rushing or, you know, keeping into the road to get past some people but avoiding taxis, but it's like hands everywhere, like leaflets. I don't know, there must be 1 million leaflets given out. It's all
mobile phones, sandwich shops.
Teach yourself English.
Yeah. Teach other people English.
I know, and those charity people, something for Alzheimer's, and I've been caught about 6 times where I couldn't say no. I've got about 8 standing orders now because I just couldn't say no when they confront you.
Yeah.
Which is, you know,
it's amazing how often I'm on the way to a meeting. I'm always on the way to a meeting, and then I always feel guilty if I walk past them again 2 minutes later with a HMV bag.
Yeah, full.
Yeah, exactly, crammed with bargains.
I know, yeah.
No,
But,
it's absolutely weird. They're like zombies. It's like you're fighting them off. You need a flaming torch to
Yeah.
go past them. Or if it's not them, it's tourists. Just constantly, you know, excuse me, can you take my photo outside HMV? Or outside Topshop?
that doesn't happen to me.
Always seem to have tourists. Just
I
in
think
the
I
way,
walk-
just kind of dawdling, you know,
I
looking up at
walk
the
so
buildings.
fast. I walk so fast. I put my head down and I just try and walk so fast everywhere now because it's But Oxford Street is just it's unbelievable now, and I think it's age that I've started noticing it. Even if the window's open, I hear just like cars and they're on the mobile phone. It's the loudest place in the world.
Yeah.
I don't know what we can do.
But isn't it one of the busiest streets in? Is it either the world?
The
or
universe?
It is mental.
I think if we carpeted it
That would
and
help,
put some
certainly.
curtains up, it would just deaden. It's like pubs with those polished floors and metal tables, and everyone's having to talk like that to be heard. The jukebox is quite loud, and I want to go just turn everything down.
Yeah.
Let's put some carpet down. Just talk quietly like this.
Yeah.
Put the music down a little bit. We'll have a good time.
I've never quite understood that impulse. I don't, again, if it's age, where you go in a club or a pub, as you say, and the music's just slightly too loud. So it just makes everything slightly tricky. It's slightly tricky to have a
I know.
conversation.
But what annoys me is when it's for the amusement of the barman or barmaid.
Yeah.
If they're bored, they're in a pub, they've got the music up, their music up,
Yeah.
right, techno blaring, right, they've got a telly on, watching a soap opera,
Yeah.
and I want to go, choose one or the other!
Yeah.
I mean, what are you watching?
I got a minicab last night. I imagine you don't travel in minicabs, but the guy driving, one of those guys, I know he's driving a cab on a Friday night. Okay, no one wants to be doing that. And he had one of those phone, you know, the little earpieces that you put in, so it looks like they're talking to themselves. And he's there, and he goes, where are you going? I went, oh, crouching. He went, yeah. Well, and he's chatting on his mobile phone the whole time. His voice was so loud. He had the radio on as well, and he wasn't concentrating on the road. I just felt like I'm paying you £10 here to take me somewhere. Please, just stop chatting or arranging your social life for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Get me to my destination safely, and then you can resume your conversation.
My favourite one is, I'm going to so-and-so terrace, please. Where's that? I want to go, right, you're not taking me then.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't drive, I'm paying you.
That's why I'm
Find out.
paying you. That's got to be part of the service.
But, I mean, I know people who've been in many cabs, didn't know where it was, and didn't have an A to Z.
No, I was in East London once. I said to him, I'm going to North London. He went, where specifically? I went, Swiss Cottage. He went, sure. I said, do you know the way? He went, yeah. Set off. Along the way, he went, do you know the way? I said, well, I thought you knew. I said, have you not got an A to Z? He went, no. He was one of those guys who'd just taken his car out middle of the night. That was all he
Yeah.
all he had. All his credentials were he had a car. No map, no torch. The 2 other things I bring with me. And he said, so we're driving along. He went, I could probably get you to Camden. I was like, okay. He went,
It's a start. I mean, that is the start.
Exactly. He went, do you know the way to Camden? I thought, pull over. It's not worth it. I'd rather hitchhike. I'd rather walk. Ludicrous. Those people who just go out.
Yeah, they're just going to take a car out to earn a
well, I bought
fiver.
a car.
Oh, have you ever done that?
No, well, I'm sick of living here. And you say about people hassling you.
When you say here, you mean the world, don't you?
No, just in London, who's doing me head in now. The other week, actually, walking home from here, and like you say, there's always someone hassling you, saying, do you want to buy this? Do you want one of these? Going down Carnaby Street, right?
There's your first mistake.
He said, you into meditation? So I was like, oh, and I had a bit of time to kill, so I thought I'll have a chat, right?
Have you got time? Oh, we've never got time. We're too busy.
Yeah, I thought you were too busy, but
But I said, what's all that then? What do you do? And he said, we teach you how to breathe. I was like, well, I'm 30. I think I've done alright. And he sort of said, oh, forget it.
Oh, forget it.
I'm 30.
And in Selfridges, they do, like Evian or whatever, that water company are there. And they've got like little glasses of water. And you walk past and go, have you ever tried this? It's water.
Yeah.
Oh, here you go. We'll try it. You go, Jesus Christ, is that what water is? What have I been drinking then? You've been drinking piss and mud. Have I? I'll have a bottle.
Anyway, listen, Rockbusters.
Oh, come on then.
Let's get it done.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on then.
Right, so cryptic clues and initials, you work it out, it's a band and stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
Brilliant.
first one.
Bob Holness.
The first clue, the doctor said part of the foot and the leg was no good, so he took him off and he threw him away. Right, that's the clue, the initials
Okay.
TB.
Okay.
TB, right? The doctor said part of the foot and the leg was no good, so he took them off and threw them away. Second one, the Scottish monster has got a bit of a tan. Right, the Scottish monster has got a bit of a tan.
Okay.
That's TD, right? And the last one, well, the 60s singer had a heart attack whilst he was having it away. We won't be seeing him again. Right, and that's FNM. FNM. Well, the 60s singer's had a heart attack. He was having it away. We won't be seeing him again. Email in ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Remember, this is to save Rockbusters. If people don't get this, right, it's no more. So you better, if you want this feature to stay, you better get the clues.
Right?
Good work, Carl. We'll give those clues again after the next tune. What are we playing?
Have you listened?
Yeah.
Oh, you love it, don't you? You love it.
Good, it's a good stomping pop #1 rock.
XFM.
How can you see?
Jane's Addiction, Just Because. I think things are rocking up.
They are indeed.
Rocking up in the land this year, Steve.
Yes, that's good news, I think.
Evanescence, them, The Darkness, Rocktastic, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, and Carl Pilkington of A Saturday.
Can I just say that the shaving your arse feature
Yeah.
from earlier, if you missed that, that was 1:30. That was a discussion on shaving your arse.
Yeah.
It was great stuff. That seems to have caught the public imagination.
Yeah.
We've had so many emails. We've had someone telling us exactly how to shave your arse.
Yeah.
So if you need that information, I can probably forward it to you.
Well, I think this will be the year of rock and arse.
Exactly. But it's extraordinary how, you know, just a simple discussion like that you would think perhaps was crass, crude.
Mind you, our listeners do like Carl talking about monkeys.
Sure.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like it's something to be proud of. It's not like we changed a nation or freed a people or found
no.
a cure for something. We hit them in their, you know, at their level
Sure.
with monkeys and arses.
Yeah, exactly.
It's what our listeners love.
Yeah. Monkeys and arses.
Yeah.
We should put that on the poster. I think.
And they go together, because I joined the zoo last Sunday, went down and became friends of the zoo, right?
Oh, right, I thought you had to sit in a,
No,
in a
no,
cage for
no.
6 days a week.
That thing happened. I went straight for the chimps,
Of course.
right? And there was sort of like 3 sort of big sort of adult ones there, and there's people with their kids, and I could see the people just putting their kids away as one of them went up and started putting his face up the other one's arse.
Sure.
And it was sort of like, I just can't be bothered to explain this to
Yeah.
my children.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was people just moving away. Oh, come on then. There's the lions. Just going to have a look at the lions.
Yeah.
What are they doing? They're just sniffing each other's asses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember when I used to go to the zoo, I always felt there were certain animals that weren't getting a look in, really, that no one was particularly interested in.
The tapir.
Exactly. We were going straight to the snakes we were interested in.
Yeah.
Birds.
So
I don't remember being
big-
particularly interested in birds.
Big cats, although it's a bit depressing. Great apes. Reptile, you're right, reptiles, yeah. Birds, unless it's a
birds.
big one that you think
Oh,
could
a
rip a
vulture.
dog apart.
Yeah, a vulture
you go,
or an eagle,
brilliant. Yeah,
brilliant.
exactly, yeah. Owls are brilliant.
Yeah, owl's great, but the
I've
sort
always
of-
wanted a little owl on my desk. I'd like be doing work, and there'd be a little owl there, and I go, can you give me that pencil? And it just sort of goes over and gets me a pencil, goes, cheers, and it just watches me, and it thinks I'm brilliant. Do you know what I mean?
Not really, no.
No?
No, I've never had an urge to have any kind of animal sat on my desk.
No, Carl? You'd like a little owl, wouldn't you, that helped you?
No, I had a little magpie, didn't I? We've talked about that.
Oh, he came down and started pecking your grifter, didn't he?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Maggie.
Sure.
Brilliant.
Inspired.
And you took it to school and it didn't come back
Didn't
once,
come
did
back, didn't come back, didn't see it again.
it? Oh, dear. Did it ever peck your head? Because you used to have hair, didn't you? Yeah.
No, it did. It started getting a bit violent.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it becoming sort of age when adolescents, probably sexual frustration sort, you know, because I think magpies go for shiny objects, don't they? And you were probably sort of,
Yeah.
probably losing it a little bit then in the front, and so when the sun was out,
There's a bit of a sheen on the front.
they saw glare and thought, I'll have that.
Yeah.
What is that? That's brilliant.
Yeah. Or as it was sort of pecking away, it mistook it for a tree.
Yeah, because of the noise.
Because of the
it made.
noise. Yeah, the hollow sound.
I squeezed his head yesterday.
We should just point out, if you're a new listener to XFM, you might not realise that one of Ricky's many sexual peccadillos, I'm assuming it's a sexual thing, I can't justify it any other way, is to just squeeze Carl's head.
Yeah.
Front
I don't know what it
wise,
is.
sidewise.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's sexual or, you know, like when you've got a little kitten, you want to squeeze his little face. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean by that, Carl?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
little
I said
puppy
that.
or
I said it
kitten.
before, squeeze a little head.
Yeah, exactly, and I feel that with you, because it's sort of like, it gives so much. Look at Carl's face, he gives so much. It is like he can understand what we're saying.
Yeah.
And that's what the connection is, I think, between me and Carl and other animals.
It's like he can understand what we're saying.
But I squeezed it yesterday, and Carl went, I definitely had something crack.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to see how hard I can squeeze it.
Yeah, I think that was you just thinking, Carl. To be fair. I think the cogs just started to... No, I mean, I think there is a danger, because I think there is a danger that you could squeeze it too much.
Yeah, I know. He did a good deed today, the other day, didn't you? Was it? Yeah.
What were you up to?
You were just, you were talking about, like, you know, being hassled in the street and stuff. And, I get hassled a lot by the homeless.
Don't we all?
You should go home to sleep. I'm here, mate.
But no, I do treat them a lot. You know?
Treat 'em. I love that. You had a good day? Yeah. You been good? Yeah. There you go. That's 50p.
Suzanne does the Save the Children thing. You were talking about, you know, charities hassling you all the time. She does that. And I sort of say, well, you do that. I'll look after
You'll
the-
take care of the homeless.
I'll take care of the odd tramp round where I live.
And how do you treat them?
Loads of
50p?
different ways. 50p I might give them.
Yeah.
Or I might, I'll, you know, they'll sort of say, oh, have you got any money? I'll say, what for? And they'll go, I'm really thirsty. So I'll go, well, hang on a minute. And I nip and get them a little Diet Coke.
A Diet Coke?
Yeah, 'cause they want to watch their weight.
Yeah, yeah. They're going full fat. Oh, what an insult.
Yeah, exactly.
To a man like me.
Yeah.
You know, I'd rather treat them than... Because a lot of people spend money on, you know, problems abroad and stuff.
Right.
Oh,
I just
God.
think, you know...
Yeah,
No,
famine
I'm
relief
just
and things.
saying.
Oh, God. Like what? What do you mean? Like famine relief?
Well, you do get sick of it, don't you? You know what I mean? It's that...
You get sick of
No,
it.
Hold
I'm
on,
just
wait,
saying.
wait. Go
No,
on.
I'm just...
I know, just let whatever you do now, Steve, don't interrupt, because I'm scared, but I just think it's worth it. There's so many issues. There's freedom of speech, there's we're not responsible,
Yeah.
there's he'll get away with it because he's a buffoon,
Yes.
and it is entertaining.
Exactly.
So, go
So
on.
what's
So
your
Carl.
all I'm saying is you're saying, you know, who do I give me money to? Is it, you know, little, you know, sick kids or whatever, or is it old people or whatever?
HMV. That's where he gives his money to.
Chiefly, they get a lot of it, yeah.
And for me, I just get sick of, you know, problems abroad. It's like, what do you do? What do you do with famine and that? What are you meant to do? How can you solve it? It's gone on for years.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going. We keep giving them money, they keep spending it.
And you're not getting any return for your cash.
Well, it's just how many times, you know, they've got to learn.
What do you mean they've got to learn? What, you're going to teach them a lesson?
What do you mean they've got to learn? What do you mean?
Well, what are they doing with it? They must have, like, better interest accounts or something where, you know, look after, put the money in the right things.
Sorry, do you think that Bob Geldof sort of writes him a cheque? He goes over and he's in the helicopter and there's millions of them, and they go, it's Geldof from Boomtown Rats.
Brilliant.
I go, I hope
If there's one man that can help us.
yeah, I hope he doesn't sing. He's not going to sing. He's got some money for us. And he comes down and he goes, do you want a cheque or do you take Switch? They go, we don't take Switch. He goes, there's a cheque. They get
He's
things
doing
like...
it again, though, isn't he, as well? I
Is
mean,
he?
alright, you know, he used to work here, Bob. He's a lovely fella and that. But,
Yeah, he's a lovely man.
but how many times can you save the world? You know,
Yeah.
he's over there again helping out, and it's like, well, you know, what do you do?
Are you saying don't bother because it keeps happening?
Not well, I'm not saying that. You know what I mean? I'm not daft.
But that's what you're thinking.
And Carl, you are daft.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what the answer is. Do you know what I mean?
So you're just saying wash your hands of the whole affair, leave them to it.
yeah.
Sure.
Are you really just saying it's nature, it's tough luck, just don't interfere? Like a wildlife programme. Is that what you're saying? Don't
Are
interfere.
you basically you're saying it's not my concern?
This has got a bit heavy. Can we do Cheeky Freak of the Week?
Let's play a record.
Oh, God! Oh.
My, Hey, Hey, Out of the Blue from the album Rust Never Sleeps by Neil Young.
Such a brilliant song.
Oh, he's a great musician.
He's amazing.
Yeah.
He's incredible. I think we're playing Neil Young track a week.
Okay.
From now until Christmas.
Brilliant, okay.
Alright?
Excellent.
On XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Radio with Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington.
We were talking about the homeless. I saw a homeless guy in the week as I was walking down Finchley Road, and he was peering in the window of one of the Dixons or something like that, just checking out the details on one of those cable TV packages. And I thought, one step at a time. I mean, firstly, I don't know, start eating your dinner off a plate.
Yeah.
And then work your way up to, a house, a home, a widescreen TV,
a roof,
digital television. But it's odd.
Well, that might answer one of the questions, because I keep getting recognised by homeless people, and I never know what to say. I go, I think, well, either they're not really homeless, and they've got sort of digs or something, and they watch television, or the scariest one is that they've become homeless in the last few months since the office. And I think, oh god, that's really scary. Or they are watching it in Dixon's. They're going, the office is on tonight.
yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Going down to Dixon's.
Or they think you're one of them.
Or that. Well, I have.
Because I mean, the way you dress.
Well, no, some that are probably not quite. Yeah, got their faculties maybe a bit worse for wear. Think they recognise me. And they whole scenarios where they're going, remember we were chatting, I was going, yeah, how are you? And it's just they recognise someone.
Right, yeah.
But that's a bit weird. But I mean, I think that's the worst thing, homeless. On a serious note, it is outside health. Well, we're talking about charity, and I don't know, I sort of, got these standards where I've been sort of like caught in the street. But the ones that I'd choose, I'd always think, charity is what touches you. You can't change the world, but you can change your bit. So cancer, obviously, because my mum. So I give to cancer. And I think outside health, the next one must be being homeless. Because there's nothing you can do. It's got everything. You're scared, bewildered, you're cold, hungry. It's just everything. Even if you're healthy and homeless, eventually you're not going to be.
Well, I do feel bad because, I always feel that I want to give to the health charities. Like cancer, for instance, because there's that fear that I might get it.
Well, yeah, it's not just that. It's just like, if you're not healthy, that's the first thing, isn't it? If your life's being threatened, there's nothing else you can really worry about.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if that makes it wrong though. That it's like I'm investing in a possible future.
Yeah. Well, not really, because it's the same for everyone, isn't it? But
Yeah.
But,
Oh. I saw a homeless guy as well, looking through the bins, but he wasn't pulling out food and scraps. He was pulling out newspapers. Just having a read.
Yeah.
I always found that odd. I see that a lot, homeless guys. I don't know if they're just checking out the TV listings. Or when he finally gets his
When's the office
cable.
on?
Yeah.
Yeah, the office, they've moved it. They've moved it to Choice and UK Gold.
I don't blame him, because, there is some cracking stuff on cable TV. Some great stuff. But I was flipping through the other day, and on digital TV, you can see what other shows are on while you're watching something. I was flipping through, and there was one, and it was called, now, when are you ever in the mood to watch a TV show called I Survived a £200 Tumour?
When was that on?
Because it seems to me that if you've got a £200 tumour, you probably want to watch something else that'll take your mind off it, Big Brother or whatever.
I'm not £200.
Well, I can't imagine what this is.
A £200 tumour.
It must have been an error. £200 tumour?
It must have been a £200 tuna. It was probably someone fell in the water.
Yeah.
And it came
I survived a £200 tuna.
Yeah, and it was just a spelling mistake.
Sure.
A £200 tumour.
That's like, isn't that like kind of having
That's
Mr.
another
T
person. That is another
yeah.
person. Maybe, oh my god, maybe it was all his life they told him it was a Siamese twin. But someone had just painted a little face on it
when he was at school. Just drawn a little face
exactly,
on it.
Yeah, and they go, it's not your twin brother. I goes, isn't it? I goes, no, it's a tumour. We better take it off. It's £200.
£200.
That can't be right. You sure it wasn't £20 tumour?
I'm assuming that's what it probably would have been. But it was certainly £200 on the digital thing. Maybe that's a mistake.
That's great, isn't it? They're trying to make it more interesting.
Yeah.
This is someone at Carl got there. £20 tumour. Let's make it 200. At least they're watch.
Exactly.
That's what I'd be like though. I wouldn't want to go to the doctors. You know what I'm like? I'd
£200 tumour.
I know. It's just that thing, I mean, you know what I'm like, I don't like, it depends where it is as well, taking your clothes off and all that, there's the pressure in it.
You don't like anything being touched, do you?
I
remember when he said he doesn't check his balls, he doesn't like the feel. That's live with me. He doesn't like the feel. I think, do you mean that you don't like what it feels like in your balls when you're fiddling with them? Because I imagined it that you meant you don't like the feel, in your fingertips, you don't like the feel of your balls.
It's the thing of, you start thinking about what you're actually touching, and there's something in there, and you might break them and all that. I don't like.
Oh, they are delicate. I am scared with the little knobbly bits. Yeah.
What knobbly bits? But I tell you what, it's that thought at the doctor's. It's that thing of he's not taking your clothes off in front of him, right? It's the way you've got to take your clothes off, but he asks you to go behind that curtain to do it first.
Yeah.
So there's more pressure because then you come walking out with nothing on. Right. So it's like, why have you asked me to go behind there?
Yeah.
Rather than if I just sat there having a chat and he's going, so
Yeah.
how have you been? It's like, all right, and just taking the pants off.
Yeah,
And then
exactly, yeah.
It's the
What was
pressure.
it, don't take your clothes off, and you came out and he lit a candle, and there was
Yeah.
some soft music on.
The lights were down.
Nice.
Yeah. Or he said, if it'll make you feel more relaxed, I'll take my clothes off.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But I'll do it in the form of a striptease.
Now, Carl, I'm going to ask you the question, knowing the answer. What do you think of maybe a gay doctor just checking his testicles out? He's a professional, he just happens to be gay.
That would never happen, would it?
What are you talking about? Why not?
Oh, speaking of,
Go on. Doctors.
no, gay
What?
people and that. Do you know when we discussed gay-only toilets?
Yeah.
It's only, it looks like it's coming into action.
No, it doesn't.
Right.
No way.
It was mentioned again
Where?
on,
Your head.
no, I think
Do
it
you
was
think that people in positions of power are listening to this show getting ideas from you?
Tony Blair.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it? No, it really does. And the funny thing is, why are they getting upset? Why are gay people getting upset that they might have to have their own toilets?
Carl, you don't know what you're talking about anymore.
You
They're
don't know
having a
what
sly look.
You don't know what you're talking about. Okay, can we have Cheeky Freak after this?
If you want.
Placebo. This picture on XFM 104.9. Steve, you're thinking of taking over as producer, aren't you?
Well, I just think it's a shambles. I've asked for Cheeky Freak of the Week, and it appears that Carl's not ready. He's not prepared.
No, I can sort of remember it. It's just that I like to have all the information.
Contempt for
But
the
you've just
listener.
you've just had a whole bunch of adverts and placebo
I
in order to get you
we're
ready.
chatting, we're having a chat and that.
Right, do you want to sort yourself out in future?
Yeah, someone that's what we were chatting about. Someone emailed in about they watched the £200 tumour thing, and when it was removed, it was carried away in a wheelbarrow, right? Carl said, what, even when she had it removed, she still carried it round in a wheelbarrow? And he went, I thought it's sort of like she'd become attached to it. You definitely are my favourite thing in the world. It's great. Look at the way he's looking
But I
back.
think they're all the same. The people, I have had more emails about people saying I watched the £200 tumour
And I shaved me arse.
than anything else.
I know.
When we ask
We
questions
come
about
up with science,
Shakespeare,
we talk, yeah.
Nothing,
We talk
nothing,
High
silence.
concept, we talk about political issues.
one person emailed in, they said, I tuned into the £200 tumour documentary. It looked disgusting, I couldn't watch for long. What were you expecting?
Yeah.
That it might sing and dance? Do a little show for you?
Oh,
Anyway,
these,
so what's the
these are really your listeners, Carl. Now, I think you know what I mean. You sort of you find your niche, you attract your. I think me and Steve are pretty much just here.
I think the people that we had in the early days, Rick, they've long since abandoned us. They jumped ship.
They've got jobs.
Fans. Yeah.
They've got jobs. They're out now. They've been released.
Exactly.
Yeah, they're getting
Yeah.
their life back together.
Carl,
Come
so
on then,
what's the
Carl.
situation with Cheeky Freak?
I've got like a couple of bits. Like I say, I haven't got the in-depth stuff that I
Oh
normally...
no, because usually it's it's
Heavily
pretty
researched.
scientific. Exactly. Yeah. Do the jingle. We've come up with a new one, haven't we?
The Freak! Say chic!
Cheeky freak of the week.
Right, well, couple of bits. I don't know which one to use as the main feature for this week.
It's that good, is it?
Well, there's been another one born.
What?
Little kid.
You go on.
4 eyes.
Insult? Just a guy who wears glasses, come on.
4 eyes, 2 noses, 2 mouths. That's weird, isn't it?
This bloke, did he also have 2 heads, 2 bodies? Sort of born sort of slightly separately?
He wasn't stood next to a mirror.
No, it's weird that, isn't it?
That's all you've got, is it?
I love that. That's weird. That. Imagine if the doctor said that. Well, Mrs. Parks, kid's got 4 eyes and 2 noses. Weird, isn't it? Any clues? Any clues?
So that's it.
That's
That's all the
one.
information
Well, I'll
you've
tell you
got.
what,
No, but
that
again-
shouldn't be the main one. Okay,
No,
I've answered
but
it.
like I say, what's the idea of this feature? What do I say all the time?
Dunno.
I always say, think about it. Think about what that would be like.
Okay.
What? Giving birth to him?
No. Being, I think it's a girl. Being like her. 2 mouths. 4 eyes. What would that be like? Mad, innit?
I don't know what this feature is.
I don't know why. Is there another one? Is that, you said,
I mean, I hope everyone took the opportunity there during that silence to just think about what it would be like. I know I was.
Could she talk with a mouthful?
What?
Is that allowed?
Because she's got 2 mouths.
Yeah.
Yep.
Would that be alright in her house?
She'd be eating
Yeah,
one,
she could talk with one mouth and eat with the other,
Right,
I
but
suppose.
listen, the main one, right, you've thought about that, that's good. The main cheeky freak of the week, I haven't got all the details. Smallest person ever. Right? How big would you say that is?
Carl is now sort of like holding his hands up like a fisherman, long ways. That's about 1 foot.
Right. Smallest man in the world. I printed the thing off and I can't find it. There was a little picture of him. Right? The odd thing was...
But why have you asked me how, did it say, or was it a picture of him?
I didn't really read it.
Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't.
Jesus.
I just saw it and thought, that's...
What,
that's
you
that done,
straight away
sorted.
assumed it was natural size?
It was that big.
But what do you mean it was that big?
Little fella, like that.
But why are you doing that? What? It was a page with a little fella. How do you know that was natural size?
No, it was, because it said it's world's smallest man. And the funny thing is, I've read the first line, I always read the first line, it said world's
Well
smallest
done,
man.
well done.
The weird thing is, he's got an head like a light bulb. The shape of it, apparently. I don't know if that's got anything to do with his shape and size.
Oh, God.
That big.
His name's Mr. Watts.
And the annoying thing is, what got me is, if you're that big,
Yeah.
right, don't have your picture taken next to a fruit bowl.
Why was he having his photo taken next to a fruit bowl?
Don't know. Whoever the photographer was, obviously having a bit of a laugh
Yeah.
at his expense. Because you would just stand in the middle of nowhere, you'd look normal and that, but he was stood there, just leaning on an apple.
Leaning on an apple?
What is this? In what world do you inhabit?
No, this was on the internet. And I printed it
Not
off.
an apple! Was it Tom Thumb? What is this? Are you sure it wasn't some sort of sci-fi show they're advertising?
No, it was
Leaning on it. Can you just lean on the apple? Just lean on the apple there. Do me a favour, you stand next to my chihuahua. You're not taking the piss, are you? No, not at all, no. Would you mind leaning on this matchbox?
Yeah.
Leaning on an apple. And that's what, so it just said he's the world's smallest man leaning on an apple.
smallest man, said about his head being like a light bulb, I don't know what that meant. And I just thought, right, that'll do, that's that sorted, cheeky freak of the week done. I think that was on like Monday. Right? I found that, I thought that's done. Printed it off, forgot to get it off the photocopier. Someone's nicked it.
Play a record.
That you got to...
You know, it's just, Steve.
No, can I just say,
there's no
Carl,
point.
please,
There's no
if
point.
I say, let's have Cheeky Freak of the Week, and you haven't done your research, you haven't got the information, just tell us you can't do it. But don't lead us on.
Don't say things
in
like
this
on
charade.
radio, hold your hand up to me and go, how tall is that?
It's nothing.
That's
This is
radio.
nothing.
It's nothing. I think it was that big because he was leaning on an apple.
It's not enough information.
But imagine Trevor McDonald coming on, going some news, some stuff. How big's that? How big do you think that is?
Yeah.
Because there was a fella, coming up after Chris Tarrant. Play a record.
I'm angry. I'm actually angry. And if Monkey News is in any way similar, you've really pulled your finger out with that, have you? Mm-hmm. Good. Let's have Rockbusters answers next.
Supersonic Oasis on XFM 104.9. Right, getting through it. It's the Rockbusters.
Right.
It's the Rockbusters results, really, because this is a very important result. It's whether they stay in the Premiership or are relegated. This is the playoffs for Carl. Okay, you need 3 points. You need 3 points to stay up, Carl. Go on.
Right, we had a lot of right answers in that.
Right, okay, that's in your favour. You know. Okay.
The first clue was the doctor said part of the foot and the leg was no good, so he took them off. He threw them away.
Yeah.
The initials TB.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on.
Toe, knee, Bennett. Alright, that's Tony Bennett. Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a warning. That's a yellow card. That is a yellow card, but you can still get the points.
Right.
because his name's not Binnett. Tony, brilliant. Tony, perfect. A pun. Toe, knee, his name's Tony. Perfect. Binnett, no, his name's Bennett. See?
Well, he's in London this week as well, so I don't know if it's sold out. I wouldn't mind.
Are you on drugs, or did I actually crack your head? Did I actually give you some brain damage? Because you're worse than usual now. It's like, go on.
Right, the second one. That Scottish fella.
We've got to speed this show
No,
up.
hang on a minute, hang on. I've just got to make sure it's right. We don't want to look stupid. Right? That Scottish monster has got a bit of a tan.
I don't think we can look stupid with material like this.
TD. That Scottish monster's got a bit of a tan. The answer there, the darkness.
I'll give you that.
Right.
Well done.
And the last one.
Goal.
The 60s singer, he had a heart attack the other way whilst having it away. You won't be seeing him again. The initials FNM. That's Faith No More. Adam Faith. Right.
No! Doesn't count!
Why not? Adam Faith No More.
Adam Faith no more. So, sorry, what is the clue? Is the clue Adam Faith, or is it Faith no more?
Just Faith, I suppose. Just Faith No More. He's a 60s singer. So we got that. That's that. Safe for next week. Who's the winner?
What do you make of it? You've got the deciding vote, Rick.
Well,
Come on.
I mean, you know my
I
feelings
mean,
on that.
it works Faith no more, but he's mixed up what cryptic is and that, because the fella, I mean, Adam Faith did actually die having it away, didn't he?
Yeah.
So it's all about him.
It's all right. All the facts are right.
Anyway.
Okay, I think he's got a reprieve. I think I'll give it to him. I think I've got to give it to him, Steve. I think I have. He actually pulled that out of the bag, that one. There's no Jamaican fellas seeing icebergs or, you know, Whitney Houston. The closest he came to is Binnett, and I've got to let him off that. I've got to be a fair ref here.
Well, fair enough, and well done to, you know, I'm always a fan of names that for some reason just strike me or tickle me.
Yeah.
And this week the lucky winner is, Dave Suckling. There's nothing amusing about that.
Oh dear.
So well done to Dave Suckling.
Okay. Suckling wins it. Suckling takes the prize.
He takes the prizes, and well done to him. I guess there's more of that next week, and we're fast approaching the end of the show, Rick. I know you are excited about that, as am I.
Well, no, but the best to come, because we've still got Bruce Springsteen coming up now, followed by Monkey News.
All right, Monkey News
It's
after
amazing. What an amazing show this is. Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News!
Excellent. So, Monkey News time on XFM. Carl Pilkington, the man in the hot seat. Carl, what have you got for us?
Okay, Monkey News this week. We've covered a lot of stuff.
We have indeed.
Now, do you know, like, there's places where you can go for, like, weekend rests and stuff,
Sure.
and you relax, you sit in a little spa, you might have a swim and
Yep.
stuff. Well, they've got a place done for monkeys,
Of course they have.
right? They can go there, they relax, forget about all the stuff they've got going on in their head. They can have a manicure,
Right.
got nice meals,
It's not called a manicure, though, it's called a chimpacure.
beauty
them.
treatments,
Yeah.
right? They look good and stuff.
Yeah, well, look good, feel good, yeah.
Now, you might think, well, that's pretty normal.
Well,
The bit I haven't told you about is it's actually run by a couple of chimps.
Oh God! Oh God! Oh God! You're a maniac!
right,
Oh, for Christ! Oh,
let's just...
that's like coming a chimp.
let's
Of
just...
course it's not.
No, it is, because think about it, right?
No, not think about it. What do you mean? Yes, it is. Of course, it's not run by a couple of chimps. What do they do? Get a loan?
Right, if a chimp wants
Yeah.
to have a rest,
Yeah.
where would you go to? A place that's run by humans that don't know what chimps' needs are?
No. My point is this: how did they get it together? How did the two chimps, Mr. and Mrs. Chimp, went for a loan and said, "I'll tell you what we need: a spa."
I think it started off quite simple, right? Just you know, basic stuff.
But they've expanded over time because it's become so popular.
It's gone mental down there.
Sure.
Go! I
They've all
don't
heard
know.
about it. Now, the thing is, the problem is this, right? That isn't even the top and bottom of it, right?
Christ.
The problem is, it's been going on and on and on, right? It's been earning a lot of money and stuff. The monkeys are happy. The monkeys that go there are loving it. They're telling friends and stuff. They're all coming to it. Now, the problem is, it's this little monkey, little man monkey and a little woman monkey, right?
Yeah.
They were sort of girlfriend and boyfriend.
Sort of. It's an open relationship. They can play around if they
Well,
want.
the problem is they're not married, right? Now,
trouble brewing.
the lad monkey, fella monkey, he's getting quite old.
Mm.
And the problem is, because it's his name that's down on all the stuff.
Carl,
all the forms.
actually,
Let him
I don't-
finish.
I'm getting scared now.
Let him finish.
It's his name on the business, and the problem is his missus is kind of like, what's going to happen?
Sure.
What
If
are
he
you getting this?
passes
Where are you
away-
getting this from? What?
Internet.
Carl, I don't know where to start.
Now,
This is the.
Can we
this
just
is
hear
the-
the end?
This is ridiculous.
so the problem is, the
The female
girl-
monkey is worried that the male monkey
she's worried.
is going
What's
to
going to
die.
happen? What's going to
and
happen with the
what's gonna
business? What's going to happen?
Of course.
Right now,
What do you mean the business?
the health
There isn't
spa,
a business. It's a joke.
Health
Rick,
spa.
you're not listening. His name's on the form. The male monkey's name, it's in his name.
Now the problem is,
Oh,
the woman monkey has got some kids, but because they're not blood relatives, it's not going to be handed down to them. And the
What,
courts,
they're kids from a previous monkey marriage?
yeah,
Right.
so that they're not going to get it. Let me just check this out.
Yeah, otherwise you don't want to check the facts, otherwise
Yeah.
you could look like a twat spouting shit on the radio. Please check the facts for scientific
And
security.
they're just a bit worried because they're saying that the people in Ohio, which is where they've got the little health thing going on.
So that makes it more believable that it's Ohio. I thought you meant it was Berkshire, in which case it would be rubbish.
It looks like the local people are trying to get in there. They've seen the success of it,
Sure.
and they're
They want a
trying
piece
to
of
go
the
in and
action.
take it over and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Give me the piece of paper.
Throw it away. Play a record. That's the worst. That's the worst one I've ever heard. And there's something wrong with you. You're educationally subnormal.
Final tune from us. Tim Buckley. Lovely song called Wings. Back next week?
Yeah.
Yep. See you, Carl.
Although you've spoken many times before,